The best example I could give is last summer. There's a guest who came on, and at one point during the conversation, he sort of turned the tables on me, and he got me to talk about my dad a lot, and I was not expecting it. I had no idea the conversation was going to go that route, and he got me to tell the story of the last time that me and my dad talked, which was about 12 years ago, give or take. And so I remember at the time I wasn't using Opus Clips yet. I was still making all of the clips myself.
Yeah.
And I thought this is a potentially a really powerful story that a lot of people might be able to relate to and help people feel like they're not the only ones in this situation of coming from a home where they either don't talk to their mom or their dad or their parents divorced or whatever. And I remember the night before the episode came out, dude, I was an anxious wreck. Like I was not I was so freaked out about it because and I didn't even know why. It was so personal to me, which was ironic because I've had a lot of people on this platform to tell personal stories that sort of put things that they might not want out there, but they've done it very courageously, and so I sort of just took their lead. It was like, I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid of either getting judged or ridiculed, or I didn't even know. I just remembered like I'm very, very nervous about this one. And there is a couple people who went to the effort to find my email, which not a lot of people do, and thanked me for releasing the episode. And
Oh, that's
just the
good.
response to it was the opposite of what I was expecting. And probably the most powerful story that came from that episode specifically was one day I was working out in the gym, and this kid of like 18 years old that I'd never met, no idea who he was. I just finished a set of squats, and I see him come walking up to me, and he takes his headphones off. So I took my headphones off, and he said, "You don't want to know?" He said, "You and me have something in common." And I said, "What's that, dude?" And he said, "In your family, your dad's the monster, but in my family, it's my mom." And he sort of used that as a segue just to tell me like
Yeah.
all this stuff about his personal life. And I'm sitting there thinking like, we don't even know each other's names yet. And this guy is like pouring out his soul to me about just all the shit that his family is putting their kids through. And so that in that moment is sort of when I realized that all the stories we're telling here, even if they're not like negative stories, right? Is that this is who we are as human beings. Like this is what connects all of us, regardless of our age, our gender, where we were born, is stories, and we can all relate to different things. Maybe you and me don't have the exact same story, but we can relate on different topics. And I think it's sort of the unifying web that brings us all together versus what divides us.